Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Third Wave Trades. Today we're going to be doing a quick recap on Palantir stock, ticker symbol PLTR. Since the last time we spoke, there's been a lot that has happened and not necessarily what we were expecting. We thought Palantir might be primed for a flight, and it looks like as of right now, the flight has been delayed. So we're going to go over it. What does that mean for the stock? Is it over for Palantir, or is it just a minor setback? But before we do, guys, just quick disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research, and/or consult with a financial advisor before making any trading or investment decisions. Secondly, if you guys could, please hit the like button below if you find this content valuable or helpful in any way, and also subscribe to the channel and leave any comments down below. Alright guys, so I want to make this video pretty quick. I don't want to take up too much time. Basically, looking at Palantir's stock, we could see from the last time we spoke, this was our expectation. Essentially, we were dealing with this sideways move right here, and in order to figure out where the stock was headed, I was trying to rely on the Wyckoff accumulation method, and we took all of this as a selling climax, an automatic rally, secondary test as a sign of weakness in phase B. We had this up thrust move over here, and then we kind of took this as the last point of support in phase C, and from there we moved up, making a series of higher highs and higher lows, and we were at this point right here. And what I was saying at the time was that we were looking for a sign of strength before we continued a move up, and we got a little bit of a sign of strength, right? We kind of consolidated in this area. We even broke above $9, but there was no volume behind it really, and we ended up just wicking out. And then what happened was we just kind of came crashing down for the whole week, and we finished on Friday at $8.18, down significantly from our last video. So all of this seems to have been not the case. We did not get the sign of strength, then the last point of supports moving higher. Now, does that mean that we're not going to? No. So I think that what's possible is that we kind of just jumped the gun over here a little bit, and we were kind of faked out by this. So this can all basically just be still coming, and we really just have a longer move over here. This could be our last point of support, or this might actually just be the sort of spring move that we were saying that we didn't see before. This could just be a sort of like longer, this could be the phase C over here, where we're getting a spring move to the downside, and then we can get the phase D and phase E rally up with the last point of support and the signs of strength, right? I'm going to keep an eye on this and see how this plays out in terms of the Wyckoff accumulation schematic, but for now I'm going to leave this to the side and kind of go back now to the Elliott wave count. All right, so let's hold off on this for now and come back to what we saw on the wave count. So what we said essentially that we saw a wave count over here. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that made our first primary wave up. And then we were kind of in this phase, and I was saying that really I didn't like this as a second wave because it didn't look like a typical zigzag. So there was a lot of sideways movement at the time, and it was kind of hard to tell, and it still is kind of hard to tell whether or not this move was completed over here and now we're starting this move up, or if this is still part of let's say a B-leg recovery, and then we're going to end up getting some more downside over here. And right now that's kind of what it's looking like. So if I am going to analyze this in terms of the corrective move in the wave count, I would probably slide my second wave um, uh, low over here and say that we are essentially getting, this was a wave. So it looks like this could have actually been then an A wave. This was our B wave, and now we will get a C wave over here. The only problem that I have with that is the length of how low the C wave could go. So usually when we're looking at an ABC, we're looking at a 1-to-1 ratio between the length of the A leg and the length of the C leg. Now, if that's the case, that puts us at $5.81, going lower than, as you can see, this point of invalidation line that I have drawn out, this red line, which is the origin of our entire move up, right? So that's, that's kind of like what was putting me off about that. So I'm not really liking this as an idea of a sort of zigzag, which is fine, right? So so it's not a zigzag. Could it be a flat? Well, it can't be a flat either, because a flat, we would expect the B leg to go a lot higher, right? So if this was a flat, then we would have expected something like a higher B leg, and then the C leg to come down, something like this, and then we could move up. So what's likely going on over here is that this is a WXY correction. We can say that this W, that's our X, and this is our Y, and where our Y can go really just depends on the sort of corrections that it's made up of. Typically, we would expect a 1-to-1 with the W and Y as well, but it's not necessary, right? So this is possibly an A, B, C over here, and then we have an A, B, C for the X wave, and then we could expect maybe an A, B, C for this Y leg as well. From there, we can start another rally up. I'm kind of hoping for something like this, as it would kind of agree with our take on the Wyckoff accumulation schematic, that we would actually just push our last point of support over somewhat, right? And that would be over here, and then from there we would rally higher, right? So it's kind of, I would say it's not over yet. We still have, we're still in a decent range. It really just depends on how we react, right? We want to see a push up over here, and then if another leg down follows, that's fine. But what we don't want to see is just continue selling over here, right? This is ultimately, like I said, the point of invalidation for the entire move. So we have a lot of room over here to go down, but ideally we want to see this thing spring back up, right? So we're just gonna have to wait for this thing to play out, and wait for another move up, and that sign of strength around that $9 area. That's going to be the key resistance level, is that $9. We hit it a couple of times, and both times we got rejected, right? We can see over here it's a strong resistance, this resistance zone right here at around $9. So a strong move above that is where I think it'll be safe to buy. I wouldn't play any of this for the upside right now. It's kind of in a no man's land, just going back and forth. So we want to see a break above $9, a strong break above $9 with a lot of volume over here, right? We want to see high volume, and we want to see a strong move to the upside. And then we want to see it kind of consolidate above $9, and then take off higher. Again, consolidate above its previous high, and then take off higher. So right now we kind of just need to let this congested move play out. There could be more room for the downside, which could complete this WXY. Essentially, would just be we were just a little bit early on this Wyckoff schematic, and the spring move is here. The last point of support is coming, and we should move higher from there. All right, so that's kind of what I got. It's just a quick little update on what I think is happening. I don't think that the move is over just yet. I think we're just possibly a little early, or the flight's been delayed for Palantir. Ultimately, I'm still bullish on this stock. We just need to let this correction play out completely. We need to get a move above $9 with volume as a real sign of strength. We can't just go off of like these small wicked out moves, which are really just there to kind of fake us out. We still are in this impulsive move overall, right? We had this strong move from December's low. We had an impulsive wave to the upside. Once this correction plays out, I do think we will be getting another impulsive wave to follow, which would eventually be our third wave that we're really looking to go long on.